Hi guys, my name is Perry Blake. I'm the founder of the 21 Up Movement, which is a youth program designed to create opportunities for the youth of today. The way I see it, the 21 Up Movement is like therapy. People come and people start to gradually understand themselves. They come with the issues of the youth of today because there are a lot of issues within the youth of today that us as parents push to the side or don't necessarily understand because we are from a completely different era. So therefore the 21 Up Movement is a safe kind of place for the youth of today to be themselves, to release their emotions and to just express themselves in a way that the older generation wouldn't understand. So the way I see it is, if you can teach a kid how to understand himself, how to understand their own emotions, because it could be a he, it could be a she, it could not be either in this day and age, real talk. So the way we've got to look at it is, if we can help them understand their own emotions and we can then help them understand their own feelings, we can subconsciously make them understand other people's emotions and other people's feelings. So therefore, if we can make them understand other people's emotions and other people's feelings and understand their own feelings and their own emotions, we allow them to consciously make better choices. Seriously, I have seen this happen in the past few months through putting certain methods and formulas in place with the state of mind of the youth of today. I've seen it happen. I had to do this on my own. I had to do this with no funding. I had to do this with no network, no resources, no anything. I was just passionate about making it happen. Real talk. When I started last year, I wanted to be a youth worker. I didn't want to be a volunteer. I wanted to be a paid youth worker. And then when I was trying to get a job, because of violence on my record from my youth, I'm talking way over a decade ago, real talk. Because of that, I was considered a red flag. I was considered, what was the exact term they used? I'm not an ideal candidate. You are not an ideal candidate, Perry. We are sorry. You're a red flag. Okay then, I'm a red flag. I'm way too passionate to be called a red flag. If I know I can make a difference, I'm gonna do exactly that. And that's what I did. Real talk. No budget, no funding, no nothing, no resources, but I found all of my resources and I found a way to create funding and I found a way to build my movement. Now, all them people that told me I was a red flag, all of them people that told me I was not an ideal candidate are now calling me an ideal candidate. I had to set up my own company just so I could sit at the table and have nobody tell me whether or not I'm an ideal candidate. Now I'm the person sitting there telling people whether or not they're the ideal candidate to work for the 21 Up Movement. Period. Real talk. So I've had to overcome adversity to show people anything is possible. Never ever let anybody tell you you cannot do something you're passionate about. Seriously. So yeah, man, from next month, I've proved this is possible. I've proved everything I've just said. I've proved already. With the guys within my movement, I've funded over 40 hours studio time. Yeah, that's £30 an hour. I've funded over 40 hours. 40 hours. Seriously, man. I've funded over 40 hours at £30 an hour. Yeah, real talk. I've funded a music video like it went from 2 or 3 artists to now there's like 15 artists. Do you know where I'm coming from? It's growing quickly. This is all within the space of 6 months. So with the Hermit facilities, the growth is going to be crazy. The amount of opportunities I can create from that one location and throughout the other locations I've also been offered. Yeah, trust me. If you're passionate about something, do not quit. Because real talk, all you'll be doing is quitting on yourself. You might be able to quit on yourself, but you won't forgive yourself for quitting on yourself. Real talk. Believe in yourself. You know what I had to do? I had to believe in myself when nobody believed in me. Nobody believed in me. So therefore I had to believe in myself. You see, when people say, if you don't love yourself, how can you expect other people to love you? It's the same damn thing. Excuse my language. If you do not believe in yourself first, how can you expect anyone else to believe in you? You've got to be your number one fan. You've got to be the most passionate about your passion, because it's your passion. Seriously, man. Real talk. I'm telling you, man, I had nothing. 6 months ago, I had nothing, but I had passion. I had resilience. I had drive. Real talk. Now look. Game changer, baby. Trust me, because I did not quit. I stayed consistent. Yeah, I had days where I'm not motivated. Real talk. I had days like that. I have a lot of days like that, but them days there, they're the ones that count. They're the ones there that you got to do the most networking. Oh, let me give you an example. I will email 100 schools just to get one response. I've had to do that. I left my job so I could focus on this full time. Don't ever think that I'm dying to survive. I'm not trying to survive out here. I'm trying to succeed. When you're trying to succeed, when you got two options, succeed or don't, happy or sad, 9 times out of 10 you choose succeed. Real talk. That makes no sense. Listen, let's cut back to the chase. Let's not go off topic. Real talk. Everybody who didn't want to listen, yeah? Everybody that didn't want to listen is now listening. I built my table. 21 up movement. Bow. No belly shot. 21 up movement. Hey, allow me to be gassed, man. Shit. Excuse my language. Like, real talk, yeah. I'm excited, man. I'm excited. If I can achieve this much, yeah, in just under 6 months, imagine the difference I can make in a year, in 2 years, in 5 years, in a decade. Trust me. Oh my God. Hey, I'm excited. I can't lie. Real talk, man. Because listen, with the guys I've been working with, yeah, already, I'm seeing such a big impact. Now, I'll be real. I've had to write letters to people's social workers. I've had to be appropriate adults in police stations. I've had to write letters to judges. Like, I'm thinking, rah. I'm now like sitting at tables with social workers, with council members, with board members, official members. Like I used to hate these people when I was a kid. When I was growing up, I used to hate people like that. Real talk. Now I'm becoming one of them, but I get it. I understand it. I will understand someone who went through what I went through. Do you understand where I'm coming from? And I will be able to help them overcome adversity without going down the paths I went down. Do you understand where I'm coming from? That's what makes me the most ideal candidate for a position like this. Trust me. Believe in the process. That's what I keep saying. Believe in the process. Trust me. See this, yeah? Watch. 21. 2, 1, up. 21 up. Jeez. It looks like I'm throwing up gang signs, yeah? 21 up. Jeez. 21 up movement. It's the most positive gang in the UK. Soon, gonna be the most positive gang in the world. Trust me. Believe me when I say that. You can't just stop. Listen, there is no such thing as perfection. Real talk. Do you know how I know this? Because if there was such a thing as perfection, people wouldn't be beating their world records. People wouldn't better themselves. Listen, yeah, if there was such a thing as perfection, yeah, on those little video games from back in the day, yeah, why'd you face the ghost? Because you're beating yourself. Do you understand where I'm coming from? What's a PB? If there's perfection, oh my God, I'm perfect already. No, you're not. That's your PB. Beat your PB now. Do you know where I'm coming from? You're the strongest in the gym. Okay, well done you. Okay, be stronger than you was yesterday. Are you stronger than you was last week? Are you trying harder than you did last month? This month you put in 10 effort, man. You put in 100%. Real talk. Next week, if you're gonna be better than you was last week, put in 110. Real talk. Alright, cool. If you've mastered the art of that, now you gotta take a different angle, different approach. Master that. Do you understand where I'm coming from? The possibilities are endless. When I come to the youth of today with this kind of energy, yeah, and this kind of positivity, game changer. Trust me. And just remember, yeah, I done all of this off my own back. You understand? No funding, no donations, no support. Now, my fan base is growing, my support network's growing, and the only way is up, man. Listen, if you want to donate to the 21 Up movement and watch its growth, thank you, I appreciate it, man. Real talk. And if you have already donated and you've bought a snapback, jeez, 21 Up, that's how we fund everything. I say we, I mean I, that's how I fund everything. Real talk. Can't rely on the government. You can't rely on the police. You can't rely on the community. You can't rely on, it's this person's fault because of the state of society. It's this person's fault. We all have control of a certain amount of what goes on. We are all in control of something. So therefore, we can all have an input. I'm having my input. Listen, remember what I said. Prevention is better than cure. Yeah, real talk. Prevention is better than cure. You cannot cure death. Don't ever feel like because you've not been affected by knife crime or gang violence, or none of your loved ones have, if it can happen to your neighbor, it can happen to you. If it can happen to your neighbor's cousin, it can happen to you. If it can happen to your best friend's sister's cousin, it can happen to you. If it can happen in a really, really quiet area, it can happen anywhere. So therefore, we've all got a responsibility to try and prevent it. Because what you want to do, you want to prevent it happening to you. Don't let it happen to you and then you think, I want to prevent it happening to someone else. No, that's the wrong approach. Because the way I see it, if the cost of living is going up, then the crime rate's going to go up. If the crime rate goes up, the knife crime rate's going to go up. So what do we need to rise with all of this stuff rising? We need to rise to support for anti-knife crime. Real talk. It makes sense. Does it not make sense? The more support we have, the less chance of it happening to you. Just take that on board. Real talk. Take that on board next time you're thinking to support or not to support, to donate, not to donate. I do not want something bad to happen to one of your loved ones just because I couldn't afford to welcome them into my movement, because all of this stuff costs money. Real talk. Listen, man. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for your time. It's been a pleasure. 21 up. Remember that. Watch this space. Love you all, man. Cheers. 21.